Hi guys, I'm back with another video, and it is of course another Halloween video. And today I don't have a challenge prompt that I'm doing. The Clara Stella Halloween challenge is a little bit different. She put out a list of prompts, but then she said if you had any other Halloween manis you wanted to do, then to go ahead and use the same hashtag. So that's what I'm doing. Today I am doing candy corn nails. And so I've showed you guys how to do a gradient a couple times, so I'm not really going to go into too much detail, but I'll just say that I dampened my sponge and I put my 3 colors on there. White at my cuticle, and then orange at the middle, and then yellow at the top. And then for my accent nail, hold on, I feel like I'm getting a shadow. There we go. For my accent nail, I used Revlon's holographic pearls. And I just painted that with the glitter. And I'll show you here in just a second after I stamp this, or sponge this next nail. I'll show you what I'm going to do there. And then I just go up and down. Just kind of blend those colors a little bit. Oops. A little too much on the white there. Made it almost all orange. Wasn't really paying attention. There we go. Looks better. Okay, so I'm going to give that a little rest so I can show you what I'm doing here. I'm going to take this right here. Oops, there's my face. Take this right here, and I'm going to use my Mundo de Uñas polish in orange. And the reason I'm using the orange is because you can see that the candy corns, it has the middle part there. And the middle part is orange. So the outline and the middle part will be orange. Where's my lip roller? Oh goodness. Seriously? Well, that's weird. Oh, they're there. Okay, so I just have to clean it off. There we go. Pick it up. And that's the great thing about Mundo de Uñas is that even if you wait a long time, it still works just fine. Okay, so I'm just going to get my other clear stamper. And this clear stamper, the other one I'm using, is actually the one I ordered from Mundo de Uñas, and I really like it a lot. So I'm going to make 2, one for my right hand, one for my left hand. Pick that up. And there we go. Okay, so I'm going to move this out of the way so you don't have to keep looking at my face. And now I have these 2 to fill in. And I'm going to use OPI's Alpine Snow to fill in the white spots, which is the tip. I think I can do it just with the brush. Let's see if that's working. Yeah, it looks all right, but I am gonna, I think I'm just gonna use a smaller brush just to make it a little bit easier on myself and make it a little bit more precise. So I'll take this brush, yeah, that'll be easier, and I'll fill in the white parts, just the tips, just like that. Okay, so I'm going to do this for both of the stampers, and then I'm going to fill in the bottom yellow, and I'll be back. Okay, so I know I said that I would come back with when it was all done, but I wanted to say that I switched from OPI's Alpine Snow for filling in the tops to the Mundo de Uñas white stamping polish, and it's going much faster because this white stamping polish is so much more opaque. So I can just kind of dot it right on there and it just stays exactly how I need it. So I wanted to show you that. And I think what I'm going to do is, for the yellow, is just do the same thing. And just use the stamping polish. Just because it's so much more opaque, it's going to make this process go much faster. So, anyway. Okay. Almost done with that, and then we'll get on to the yellow. I'm real excited for this. I think it's going to look super cute over the glitter. And there we go. Okay, on to the yellow. And then I'm just going to take right there, Mundo de Uñas yellow. I always keep this ring on there. And just dot it out. You can see, even just putting it down there, how opaque it is. This is the yellow I use for the gradient next to it. And you can just see, you know, the difference in the opacity there. So let's pick this up and see how it works real quick. Oh yeah. That looks great. Okay, so that's what I'll do, and I'll be back when I'm done with both of them. Okay, y'all, something happened with my camera, and it did not record me putting my candy corns down. Lame. So anyway, what I did was I filled it all in and put my clear coat over it and let it dry so that it was dry to the touch and I didn't make fingerprints. And then I just took it and I stamped it right down. You can see where it left off. I stamped it right down on there. And now what I'm doing is I'm taking my cleanup brush from Twinkle Tea. It's one of the smaller cleanup brushes. And a little dish of acetone. And I'm just going around the edges and cleaning up my mess. And then after I clean up this, then I still need to clean up my right hand from my gradient. You can see, like when I pulled off my latex, I still need to do around my cuticles, and I need to do the cleanup here. And then I'll put on some quick dry top coat, and then I will come back and we'll do just a little bit of stamping and we'll be all done. Okay, so now that everything is cleaned up and dry, we're going to do some stamping on my middle finger, which I completely ruined my middle finger. There's like fuzzies in it and the top is all weird. So that made me decide that that's the finger I'm going to stamp on. Now I can cover most of it up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Festive Collection plate number 15 from Moyu London and Mundo de Uñas silver and Mundo de Uñas black. Ooh, there we go. And we're going to use this image right here that says Trick or Treat. And I think I might need to shrink it. I had to shrink it for my right hand, but my middle finger on my right hand is really short. So we're going to see if it'll fit just by sight. And I think it's going to fit just fine, so I don't think I need to shrink it or anything. So let's get that lined up. And smush it down. There you go, it says Trick or Treat. And that is just the background. There's some little bats on there that are cute, but I'm probably going to take them off because honestly, I don't really want them on there. Now that I see them, I don't know if the silver will come off. Yep, it'll come off. That's good. And I'm just using some Scotch tape here. I didn't really like this one here that looked like an L, so I wanted to take it off. Okay, and then a little bit up here. And then before I stamp the next layer on, I'll take it off on the stamper. So I don't have to worry about taking it off on here. Okay. So there's that. That says Trick or Treat, and that's in the silver. And so that's going to kind of act like a shadow, a background, if you will. And now I'm going to take my MDU black, and I'm going to go over it and scrape it off. And pick up that Trick or Treat. And I'll get a piece of tape and take off all those little bats beforehand. And this is why I was so happy that my MDU black came in, because you can actually have time to work with it, taking off stuff you don't want, and it's still going to be wet enough to transfer. So now what I need to do is line this up right on top of the silver and push it down. And then when you lift it up, zoom you. See, it's got a cool little shadow behind it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with some more tape and try to fix up the tip of that a little bit more before I top coat all that in. And ugh, I just don't like the way that yellow tip looks. I wonder if I took just like the small end of a sponge and some polish. I hope I don't make it worse, but I'm one of those that, like, if it doesn't look right, I'm going to mess with it and mess with it and mess with it until maybe, hopefully, I can fix it a little bit. I don't even know if I'm doing anything. There's a little bit of silver there I can take off. I don't even know if I'm doing anything to help it or not. It just looks weird to me. See, and then I get into this weird area where it's like, what are you even doing? Alright, we're going to leave it like that. I think it looks better than it did. So I'm going to seal that in with the top coat. I'm going to do any last minute cleanup that I see. And then after my top coat is dried, I'm just going to slather my fingers with cuticle oil. And I'll show you the reason why I need to do that here. Put this top coat on. Okay, so my cuticles are incredibly dry because I had a really great opportunity to swatch some nail polish. And I've got it right here. This is a brand called My Darling Curios. And she sent me her Halloween collection and had me swatch them. So this was my first ever swatching job. I swatched all 5 polishes. And these 3 are like glitter toppers. And then these 2 are like standalone polishes. And they are just absolutely gorgeous. These 2 are my favorite, for sure. And that doesn't surprise me at all because glitter toppers are, I don't know, they're just not ones that I like normally gravitate towards, but they were sure a lot of fun to play with. Of the glitter toppers, these 2, I can't decide which one I like the most. This one has like black flakies that kind of look like bats to me, and then this one has all these different colors of browns and gold in there. So it was so much fun, but my cuticles are dry. So, okay, you can see that the difference there when I shrunk it. Of course, this one doesn't look as great either because it's my right hand, but I had to shrink it down a little bit so it would fit on my short nail. But there is my finished manicure. I'll just show you this hand because it's the hand that looks good. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video, which, you know, since it is Halloween time, might even be as close as tomorrow. All right, bye-bye.